to talk about first?
Well, Raw tonight too. As long as so.
You're coming in like a robot.
I can barely hear you.
I can barely understand what you're saying.
Huh?
It sounds like
Goldberg
now
and
I can
Lesnar are going to
actually
be
hear
on
you.
Raw tonight.
I have a gut feeling it's something about the Rumble. I don't exactly know why he's on Raw, other than maybe promoting the Rumble.
Wow. You're not sounding good at all.
Hold on.
I can barely understand you.
Hold on.
I have some technical difficulties here. Hopefully get them worked out here in a minute. So, yeah. Okay. I didn't know what until I started on .com. Here we'll be on Raw tonight, so that should be interesting. Wonder what will happen between those two tonight. I hope Raw is good tonight and entertaining tonight. We have the World. We have Takeover San Antonio on Saturday. We have the Royal Rumble on Sunday, so it's gonna be a one busy wrestling week this week. Takeover San Antonio and the Royal Rumble. We know 18 people who are beginning the Royal Rumble right now. That leaves spots. Hopefully, there's at least 4 or 5 surprises. And not hear you at all.
Let me just try to fix something. Go on. I'll be there in a second.
I can hear you now.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I unmuted myself. It muted me. It's coming from the sound is coming from my webcam. So if I come in garbled, it's because it's coming through my webcam.
All right. Did you see that Rob Van Dam's told people that he's been contacted by the WWE to be in the Royal Rumble match?
Did you see that thing about Kenny Omega signing?
Yeah, I saw that.
Number 30, which I actually
that.
know that's bullshit because his contract isn't up until 3 days after the Rumble.
Yeah, they could say fuck it and do it anyway, but I doubt it.
No, the WWE does not want to get into any contract tampering.
Yeah, Rob Van Dam's telling people that he's been contacted by WWE to be in the Royal Rumble match.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him in almost 3 years.
Yeah, there's 18 people so far confirmed for the Royal Rumble match, so that leaves 22 open spots.
Well, we know at least 2 of the open spots are going to be for people that did not win the championship matches.
Maybe, yeah.
And most likely because they normally do that. So either Cena or AJ or
the problem is
Roman or Kevin Owens.
Cena and Reigns both win the titles. The fans are going to turn on that show so it's be funny.
It doesn't sound like they're going to give Roman the title.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, it sounds like there was plans to do it.
Yeah,
but the plans changed.
Plans change a lot in WWE.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear anything about the plans for WrestleMania changing again?
No.
I heard this from a friend yesterday that they're going to get rid of Goldberg and Lesnar.
Why? I doubt it.
Yeah.
I doubt it. They're going to do, and unless they do it at Fastlane, they're going to do it at WrestleMania.
Yeah, they aren't doing that at Fastlane because
Goldberg.
That's a money match.
Wrestling at Fastlane. I don't know who Goldberg's wrestling at Fastlane, but it's somebody.
Well, we know he's going to be there, and he's probably going to wrestle a short match.
I mean, you think you'd have Lesnar come out and attack Goldberg.
Yeah, that would make sense unless they do the double elimination thing at the Rumble.
Yeah.
Because if they do the double elimination thing at the Rumble, there's no sense. Going back to last week's TV, I've got some questions with Raw and SmackDown. What the hell was that thing with Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns? What the hell was that?
I guess Sami Zayn has backstage heat, so they were trying to make him look bad last week.
And this is just putting this out to you. Is Alicia Fox crazy or psychotic?
Crazy gimmick quite well.
I think she's more psychotic than crazy. I think she's more psychotic than crazy. I've seen the crazy gimmick well.
She's always played that crazy gimmick well.
Well, yeah, but right now it's more psychotic than crazy, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. And what the hell is with Nikki and Natty? What the hell?
Promos between those two are bad, but the brawl was okay, but the promos are bad.
Yeah, the wrestling is good. Them brawling is good.
I've heard 3 or 4 different matches.
It isn't Nikki's fault. I hate to say it. It is not Nikki's fault. Nikki cut a decent promo.
Nikki's never been good talking-wise, but she's done okay.
But
that's
she
never been
did cut a decent promo on SmackDown, though.
Nikki's facial expressions suck. She
Well,
can't do
Neither of the
facial.
fellas had good facial expressions. That's nothing new. They both
Her
had
acting
that.
and facial expressions are bad.
And the Mickie James thing pisses me off. Why bring Mickie back as a heel when the fans want to cheer her? It makes no sense.
Because they want to do Mickie versus Becky. And
They aren't going to do
want to
that.
turn Becky.
They aren't going to do that. Plans have changed. They aren't going to do that. They're going to do. It sounds like, as you said on Saturday, the women's match for WrestleMania for SmackDown is up in the air at this point. We don't know what it's going to be.
I've heard a fatal four-way. Mickie versus Becky, Alexa versus Nikki, Becky versus Nikki.
Well, I just know that from what I heard, the Mickie versus Becky is out. That's just from what I heard.
They're both baby faces for one. Obviously, they're not turn Becky heel anytime soon because Mickey's the heel now.
I think that's what they're working towards, though. I think that's what they're working towards.
They're going to use
what they're going to do. What I see happening and what could happen is at WrestleMania, if it ends up being Becky and Alexa again, which I could probably see that happening.
Well, I think if the fatal four-way will be good, the best way to go is the fatal four-way.
But for this to work, you have Nikki turn on Alexa at Rumble. You already have her turn and go with Becky.
That's turning Alexa Bliss a babyface.
Well, yeah, but that's not good. I don't see why you turn Alexa babyface when Alexa's the best heel you've got on SmackDown.
If you have Mickie turn Alexa, that's turning Alexa babyface and then Mickie as a heel.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, in a way it is, but in a way it could turn both of them. Because
Nikki needs to be a heel.
Putting Mickie with Becky turns her automatically. Mickie
and Becky will have a match at some point.
Yeah.
But I see Sasha would defend the women's title at the Royal Rumble.
Have we heard anything about Kurt Angle?
I heard that there's talk of putting him in the Royal Rumble match.
Okay. Did you hear that Kurt Angle wants Stone Cold Steve Austin to induct him?
Yeah, I saw that. That'd be good.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't mind that. But
H, I could do it. Shawn Michaels, I could do it. So
Shawn really doesn't make any sense.
Him and Angle.
If they were going to put Triple H in, Shawn would be a shoo-in.
Triple H will go in it. Triple H will go in it at some point.
Well, yeah, but the person that would make sense for Shawn to induct would be Triple H.
You think they'll put DX in
if he ever goes in?
Yeah, Jericho will go in at some point too. Goldberg will go in next year, I think.
They might be putting Teddy Long in this year.
Yeah.
I think if there's one person, if they do put Teddy Long in, that it should be, is Booker T. Booker T should induct Teddy Long.
Why?
Because they have a long history.
Yeah.
Going back to WCW when Teddy managed Harlem Heat. But if they put, hold on, I gotta pull something up.
Edge could induct Christian or Beth Phoenix, either one.
I think what makes more sense for Beth is Natalya.
Yeah.
But the one that I'm very conflicted about is William Regal if he goes in.
He's been around a lot, and
yeah, but the problem is a lot of the people that he faced are dead, and if they're going to use Stone Cold Steve Austin for Kurt Angle, the only person that would make sense would be Triple H.
Yeah, I have no idea who inducts William Regal if he goes in. No.
They better put the natural disasters in this year. They better.
Who's going to induct them?
They could call Cody.
Why would he do it?
Fred Ott is his uncle.
Then Goldust could do it.
Makes sense, but Cody makes more sense because there's a relationship between Typhoon, aka Fred Ott, and Cody. Christian is very obvious for Edge is very obvious for Christian. It makes way too much sense. It makes almost as much sense as. Oh, I still have a question about when Trish went in a few years ago. Why in the hell wasn't it Lita? That would have made more sense than Stephanie McMahon.
That's who Trish wanted. That's who to do it.
Yeah, well. If DDP goes in, Kevin Nash, completely obvious. Completely obvious.
Jake Snake Ross or
yeah, that could work too, but there's a longer friendship between DDP and Kevin Nash.
Who's going to induct Rick Rude?
Curtis Axel.
He could.
Because it really does make sense for Curtis Axel to do it because Rick Rude and Mr. Perfect were very good friends. And then Mike Rotunda, IRS is completely obvious.
Ted DiBiase. Yeah, Ted DiBiase.
Could be. But you forgot both of his sons work for WWE.
Yes, they do.
It would make more sense for his sons to put him in.
Would they? I don't see Bray Wyatt breaking character for that.
Well, the only person that breaking character really matters for is Undertaker. Because Undertaker still believes in kayfabe. A lot of the wrestlers nowadays don't believe in kayfabe.
I don't know what's going to happen when he gets inducted, whether he's going to go in. He'll go in at Undertaker.
Well, yeah, he'll go in as Undertaker, definitely.
I don't think he'll break character when he goes in, though.
He might. Depending on who inducts him. There's only one. If and when Taker goes in, the person to induct him should be Kane. With Paul Bearer being dead.
Yeah. I mean, Shawn would be the guy to do it.
Shawn would be a good option if Kane doesn't want to do it. Because of the feuds that Shawn and Taker had. It makes sense.
Taker would break character to induct him, though.
Yeah. I just think for DDP, it would be too obvious to be Jake the Snake because of their relationship. It would be completely too obvious. Because Jake the Snake is the guy that got DDP into the business.
Yeah.
But
Should be.
him and DDP and Kevin Nash is the person that got him into WCW, though.
Yeah.
So it would make sense for Kevin Nash to induct him. And he originally was supposed to be the 5th member of the NWO. DDP.
Did you see that they're thinking about doing John Cena versus Samoa Joe for the WWE title at WrestleMania?
I wouldn't mind that match. It's not the match I want to see. I think everybody would want to see this match one time in WWE. AJ and Samoa Joe. And the most sense that it makes would be this year.
They have no idea. I've heard.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything for AJ, but in my opinion, that match makes the most sense just because of where they are and the history that AJ and Samoa Joe had in TNA. And they can they can't use the footage, but they can kind of play off of it.
I want just say WWE to buy. Currently, buys TNA matches.
Well, they can't use the footage, but what I'm saying is that they can play off the rivalry. And the fact that AJ and Samoa Joe are really good friends.
Yeah.
I think some would say they're even better friends than Cena and Joe are. Because the history behind Cena and Joe is Cena and Joe were roommates when they were training in California. That's at least what I heard. Is that they were roommates.
Yeah, did you see that Anthem dropped the TNA name? It's just Impact. They're no longer using the TNA name.
That makes me happy that TNA name needed to die. Yeah. In my opinion, to get it to a point where
they need to do the whole total reboot. They're gonna do that.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, TNA tried to do it when Hogan and Bischoff were there. That they tried to go fully over to the Impact Wrestling name, and Dixie wouldn't allow it. They actually tried to rebrand it once before. When the show went from TNA Impact to Impact Wrestling, that was a try at rebranding. I'm actually happy that Dixie's out because that means there's no way that Vince Russo will ever be part of the company again.
Now that Jeff, who knows? Is back. Mattel's back.
No TV partner in the U.S. wants Vince Russo as part of Impact Wrestling or anything because of the fact that the history behind Vince Russo and TNA is. Do you know who actually came up with the name TNA?
I would say Jeff Jericho. Him and his father.
No, it was Vince Russo. People would think it was Jarrett, but it was Vince Russo who came up with the name.
Because they made TNA before Vince Russo was even there.
Actually, yes, he was, because he was helping the Jarretts with creative from the beginning. before Dixie even got involved. Because him and Jeff are good friends. Or were good friends. At the time. And everywhere Vince Russo went, Jarrett wasn't far behind. When Jarrett went from WWE to WCW, you want to know who got Jarrett the job at WCW? Vince Russo.
Yeah.
But
what the hell's up with Sandow's a new gimmick?
Don't even ask me. I don't watch Impact Wrestling. I don't. I tuned in for one match on Thursday, and that was Brooke Tessmacher. That's all I cared about.
That's weird. She's back now. All of a sudden.
Yep. Well, it makes sense. They need women because
yes, they do.
Because Angelina Love is only going to be there until Davey Richards retires.
Bell's gone.
Who? Marty Bell is gone. I wouldn't be surprised if WWE picks her up.
They might. Who knows? Pentagon Jr. is right now.
Yeah, he's not allowed to use the Pentagon gimmick anymore.
Can't use the name. So he could go to TNA. He could go to ROH.
No, he ain't going to TNA. If he goes anywhere, it'll probably be to New Japan.
Maybe.
New Japan makes the most sense for him. WWE makes no sense for him. TNA makes no sense for him.
I think he'd be interested in WWE.
I think
on the gimmick
he's got to go to Japan first. Just because there's interesting matches that I'd want to see with him and guys in like Kenny Omega, like.
That's if Kenny Omega stays there.
Kenny Omega is already in contract talks with New Japan.
He has a lot of offers, I imagine. Right now,
well, he does have a lot of offers, but if I actually listened to an interview with Kenny Omega last week, and he pretty much said if New Japan gives him a big offer, which they will because they've already got a match set up with him and Okada as a rematch. That's at least what I've heard, and it's going to be sometime in April or May.
All hinges on if he resigns or not. So
he's going to resign because number one, he wants another match with Tanahashi too. He said that.
Megan said he wants to wrestle John Cena. So.
Well, yeah, but with John Cena's with his career kind of on the downturn now, he's only got a few years left to wrestle.
It goes part-time. He'll be around a lot longer than that. He's just part-time. Well, he's still healthy.
Well, he is healthy, but you got to remember he had that spinal fusion back in 07. In 07, 08, he had that spinal fusion.
He's leaving after WrestleMania. He has 2 movies to film after WrestleMania.
Yeah, I know, but with that spinal, you remember when Edge had to retire, right?
I don't think that was the exact same thing.
Yes, it was. It had to do with the spinal fusion. It had to do with the spinal fusion. And the fact that those spinal fusions only last about 10 years. He's got about 3 years left before he's going to have to retire and be forced to retire. because it's been 70. Actually, this would be 10 years for him since the spinal fusion. Because he came back at the Rumble in 08 after the spinal fusion.
That was his shoulder when he came back at the Rumble.
No, the 08 Rumble was not the shoulder. It was the spinal fusion. No, it was the neck surgery. 07 was the neck surgery. The shoulder and bicep was later. Because he had a spinal fusion, and that's why he was out for 6 to 8 months.
A lot sooner than he was supposed to, like he always does.
Well, yeah, but it's getting close to that time where John Cena's going to have to make a decision.
He said he's not leaving anytime soon. He's not going anywhere, so.
Well, I don't think he'd go anywhere anyway. I think WWE would keep him as a backstage person.
He could be a trainer if he wanted to be.
Well, I hate to say it, he can put together matches. And he's decent at it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they at first try him as an agent. But I wonder what they're going to do with Steve Corino as a trainer. I wonder if he's going to end up becoming a commentator.
He's going to start as a trainer, so.
Well, yeah, but I got a gut feeling well, as we heard last week, at the end of last week, Michael Cole is going to be winding down and doing backstage stuff.
I would say Nigel will take Cole's spot.
Nigel would make the most sense to take over for Cole, but they need more announcers in NXT right now.
They need to get rid of Watson. He's not doing very good.
Well, it's a new thing for Percy.
I know.
He's kind of like Corey Graves when he started. Corey Graves was bad when he started.
I like Corey.
Look at where he is now.
Graves. Good.
But if there's one guy that WWE needs to get rid of as an announcer, David Otunga, please. Get rid of David Otunga. Get rid of Otunga. He is painful. Yeah. He called a ladder a chair. He called a ladder a chair. That's all you got to say about David Otunga. He doesn't even know what the weapons are anymore. He is. I would take him off commentary. Give it to Phillips, because Phillips is good on commentary. I don't understand why he's the host of SmackDown and hasn't taken over for Otunga yet. Because Otunga, when they originally brought Phillips up to SmackDown, he was supposed to be taking over for Otunga because Otunga was going to shoot a TV show. At least that's what I had read.
Interesting tweet by WWE. Women and demons are welcome.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Otunga is just terrible.
Women are allowed. It's a more normal match.
Otunga is as bad as Michael Cole was when he started.
Yeah.
Almost 20 years ago in June. He started in 97. With WWE.
Yeah.
Do you know who the original announce team for SmackDown was on the pilot?
It was Michael Cole and somebody.
It was Michael Cole and Jim Cornette. And then Cornette left WWE and went back to Kentucky and started working for OVW, and that's when the developmental territory for OVW started. Well, you get what I mean. That's when WWE did the contract for OVW to be the development. I don't understand why WWE hasn't signed deals with more indie promotions to be developmental territories, to build kind of a territorial thing. So that they can keep refilling NXT. Because right now, NXT, other than Nakamura and Bobby Roode, Eric Young, and a few others, is shit. The women's division is for crap. The two girls that they have from the UK, from Australia, and the gimmick that they're playing, that they seem like teenage girls.
A little bit.
They act like teenage girls.
Once Bayley, Charlotte, Asha, and Becky all left, Max left, and they left that division.
Nia shouldn't have been brought up when she was. That's just my opinion.
Nia might be in the Royal Rumble match.
Yeah, but I wonder when they're going to bring Asuka up.
Not for a while, I imagine. Not the way that women's do.
Well, yeah, but Nakamura is going to be coming up sometime after WrestleMania.
Yeah, Joe should debut at the Royal.
It would be cool to see him at WrestleMania if they have nothing for AJ to do.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
AJ needs a big match at WrestleMania.
The big match could be Nakamura.
Awesome.
Because they can kind of play off the feud that they had in New Japan.
I heard they're planning a draft sometime in May.
Why do another draft? You don't have enough talent to do it. The problem is they don't have enough talent to do it. Okay, I do agree that the draft helped SmackDown. It really did. But the problem is they don't have enough talent to do another one. It's not like in the early 2000s when they were able to do it every year.
Yeah, let's do like Raw versus SmackDown. Whoever wins gets a draft pick.
Well, yeah, but do you understand what I'm saying though? That it doesn't make sense to do another draft because of the fact that
SmackDown Live needs more people, especially in the main event.
Bringing people back.
SmackDown needs more people.
I know, but the problem is that how are they going to get the more people?
If Joe goes to SmackDown, that'll help a lot.
Oh yeah, but they will not put Samoa Joe and Nakamura on the same show. WWE has already said that they won't put Nakamura and Joe on the same show.
Yeah.
So we may not get, but next year we might get Lesnar and Nakamura.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That would be really good, and then they can play off the feud that they had in New Japan.
Yeah.
Where Nakamura beat Lesnar for the title. But yeah, I just don't know.
Vince really wants AJ on Raw.
Yeah, it actually makes more sense to have AJ on Raw, to be honest with you, in my opinion.
But they're gonna have to put somebody on SmackDown to replace AJ, like Seth Rollins.
No, it ain't gonna be Rollins.
I heard it was gonna be Rollins.
Then you have to move. If you're gonna put the Shield back together sometime this year, which I think is gonna happen. I got a gut feeling it's gonna happen. Then Roman's got to go over to SmackDown too. So you can move Sammy, Rollins, and Roman over. Because SmackDown does need a face for when Cena's not there. That's the whole reason they put AJ over there in the first place. The one thing I don't want to see at WrestleMania is a fatal four-way with Sasha, Bayley, Charlotte, and Nia. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I just don't.
I've heard one more way, so I can't seem to make their minds up on
for
WrestleMania.
We already know that Charlotte and Bayley are going to have a match where Bayley ends up winning the title. But I could actually see them doing the fatal four-way and having Nia be the one to eat the pin.
Yeah.
Because that way
Charlotte,
they can still keep the unbeaten streak of Charlotte alive.
Still technically lose, but she wouldn't get pinned or submitted. So
that they could technically keep the undefeated streak alive.
I could also see Sasha go that with a long shot.
Sasha won't be near that title anytime soon. Other than a match at WrestleMania, because Vince does not like her.
He does anymore.
Vince does not like Sasha
right
Banks because Sasha Banks gets hurt all the time.
She hasn't been hurt, though.
She's been hurt a lot. Especially during the Charlotte feud. She was hurt a lot. Especially after one of the Raw pay-per-views where they had to take her off TV because she was injured, but she was actually getting married.
Yeah, she had that back injury. As I thought, she's back pretty quick.
She's got to tone down her moveset, Sasha. She tries to do everything at 1,000 miles an hour.
Thinks Bayley is the female John Cena, so he wants to put her in.
Well, yeah, they finally found a female John Cena. So, somebody that's actually outselling Cena.
The girls love me. The girls
Cena's still okay. The one problem that I have with Cena possibly turning heel is the fact that he's still in the top 5 of merch sales. Yeah, they really can't turn him heel because it would hurt their business.
He would probably sell more as a heel than he would as a babyface.
But the problem is he loses his biggest base, which is children. The children and the women are the biggest base that Cena has.
Yeah.
And if you turn him heel, he loses that big base, and then it's the one thing it would do is it would bring back some of the old fans back from when he had his first heel run.
Yeah.
But I don't think they could do the rapper gimmick again, even though I wouldn't mind.
No.
I do not think that Nakamura loses the title at TakeOver San Antonio. I just don't see it. I think what they do is they have Nakamura win, and they keep this feud going till the one at WrestleMania.
Nakamura versus Chris Hero.
I don't know if they'll go, because my thing is I don't see them going to Chris Hero right now because Chris Hero has to lose some weight. He's a lot heavier than he was during his first run in NXT. A lot heavier. He's gained probably at least 50 pounds.
I don't know.
Have you seen pictures of him lately?
Huh?
Have you seen pictures of him lately?
Yeah. House shows.
He's gained a ton of weight.
House shows. Yeah.
He doesn't. The problem is he doesn't look healthy, in my opinion. I can't believe he even passed medicals.
He passed medicals because he signed a new contract, so he passed medicals.
Yeah, but do you know what the problem with him signing the first time was? Well, when he had his original run with the company, when he wrestled a few matches in NXT, do you know why that
he didn't want to? He had an attitude, and
it had nothing to do with his attitude. It had to do with the fact that he didn't pass medicals. He had a high amount of testosterone in his system. That's not.
He passed
medicals
because he wrestled for them.
That was actually true. He had a high amount. When he took the medicals the first time, when he came through, he didn't pass medicals the first time.
You can't sign a contract.
Originally, they were going to keep him and Cesaro as a tag team. That's originally what they were going to do.
He passed the medicals first. He signed a contract unless you pass the medicals first.
Well, yeah. No, actually, no, he didn't. The first time through, no, he didn't.
He had signed a contract.
He had high. He ended up.
You can't sign a contract unless you pass the medicals.
Well, no, he signed a contract, but they were waiting for his testosterone to go down originally, and that's why he lost his job in the first place with WWE. It had nothing to do with his attitude. It had to do with the fact that he had a high amount of testosterone in his system. They originally thought he was on steroids, but he's one of those guys that creates a high amount of testosterone in it naturally. It was natural testosterone. But it's cool to have Chris Hero back, but the thing is, this Bobby Roode feud needs to go to take over Orlando. It just does. Because it really doesn't make sense for Nakamura only to hold the title for a month after winning it back from Joe.
It depends what plans WWE has for Nakamura going. deal with him.
But at least have him hold the title until the WrestleMania takeover, because he hasn't had a long run as champ. Both of his runs as champ add up to like 90 days. He had a short run until Joe beat him the first time. Then he beat Joe again. Then Joe beat him. Then he beat Joe. Who did he take the title off of to begin with?
Joe to win the first time.
No. Who did Joe take the title off of?
Balor.
Oh yeah, Joe took it off of Balor. Nakamura took it off of Joe. Joe took it off of Nakamura. Nakamura took it off of Joe. You want to know what that kind of reminds me of in a way? The Raw Women's Championship. The fact is that title in the last year has had 4 people as champ.
Joe's had the title for a while before he lost it.
He had it for. He beat Nakamura at a house show after WrestleMania. At an NXT house show. Then he held it until from May to July, and then lost it to Nakamura.
August.
No, August. And then
take over Brooklyn.
The next takeover after August is when Joe lost the title to Nakamura. Then didn't Nakamura lose it? Didn't Nakamura lost to Joe at TakeOver Toronto? Am I right?
Yeah. In November.
Yeah, and then in December, Nakamura beat Joe.
Yeah.
At a house show in Japan. And then ever since, Nakamura's been champ.
Yeah. Nakamura's only lost.
Nakamura has only had 60 days as champ. Am I correct?
I think so. Nakamura's only lost 1 match in WWE. So.
Yeah, but as champ, Nakamura's only had 60 days.
Nakamura's been booked pretty well.
Balor is the longest reigning champion in NXT history, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The longest reigning women's champ is Asuka. And the longest reigning tag team champs are... Why can't I think of their name?
I think they're the Revival.
Yeah, the Revival.
Did they beat the Ascensions?
And DIY is probably going to lose the titles at TakeOver San Antonio.
I hope not.
I got a gut feeling they will, because they want to move. That they're going to end up putting the Revival. The Revival will probably go up to SmackDown, and DIY will probably go up to Raw.
SmackDown needs tag teams.
Well, yeah, but so does Raw, because Raw really doesn't have any. But the problem is with DIY, they're also going to be in the cruiserweight division.
Yeah.
So DIY deserves to go up to Raw.
You can do a
Why haven't they
American
done
American
anything
Elf.
to try to
Huh?
move over the cruiserweights to SmackDown,
Oh,
so that they don't have to pay him twice? It would have made
I
sense to
don't
do it at
know. Who
Survivor
knows?
Series.
Raw has 3 hours to film.
Well, yeah, but that's the original reason that they put the cruiserweights on Raw. But the problem is, with the fact that SmackDown needs people right now, and adding that division will help add people. You can move the IC title over to SmackDown, to Raw.
UK, a division on SmackDown.
And just from a contractual basis, it makes more sense to have the cruiserweights on SmackDown. Because right now, they're paying the cruiserweights to be on Raw and they're paying them essentially for 2 days
To
of
fly.
TV. 2.
Paying to fly twice.
Well, yeah.
But
No, 2. They're paying them for 2. They're paying them for the Raw taping, and they're paying them for the SmackDown taping. Because of 205 Live. You got to remember 205 Live. They're technically getting paid for the Raw taping and the SmackDown taping. Why not?
They're just paying them. They're paying them to travel 2 nights, 2 days.
But they're also paying them salary for 2 days because they got to pay them for the TV taping.
No, they have salary just for the travel.
They got a salary just for Raw, and they're also getting paid for the SmackDown taping. Because of 205 Live. And that is a true fact. They are actually getting paid twice.
No,
because they're working 2 taping
for both shows.
Well, at least there's going to be a women's tournament. I'm happy about that.
Awesome.
I'm happy about the women's tournament in May or June.
Yeah. I'm wondering who they that tournament.
It's going to be in conjunction with the NXT tapings.
What does the winner get?
Probably a shot at the women's title on either SmackDown or Raw. But they're going to do it in conjunction with the NXT tapings. Because some of the people they bring in will get signed to NXT. Some of them will get signed to the main roster.
Well, they're talking about doing a tag team women's tournament now instead of a single.
Why would they do? Oh yeah.
But they don't.
Well, now the beautiful people can't be in it though. Because the Velvet Sky has been rumored for a year to be in that tournament. Ever since she left TNA. And the thing is, Angelina has actually said she wants to get back with Velvet. And maybe they bring in Davey Richards as a trainer. Even though he did say bad stuff on the way out. He did rip the company when him and when the Wolves came in and do that tryout for NXT. When they were the American Bulldogs or whatever. before they went to TNA. But we know Adam Cole is going to end up in WWE. We know that.
Yeah, or Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle O'Reilly, there has been no talk. The thing about Kyle O'Reilly is I think he's happy just doing indies.
He's close to finally with WWE. They've been talking for a while now.
Oh yeah, they've been talking to him, but I think he's gonna find out that he likes working the indies more because he can pick the dates that he works, and he's not working a set schedule. With WWE, if he makes it to the main roster, he'll be gone a lot. With Adam Cole, it really doesn't matter. But I think Kyle O'Reilly is married. And that's if you remember the Breaking Ground thing when they were talking to, I think it was Adam Rose. And how hard it was on his family for him to be away.
Yeah.
Because he had a sick child. Or was that Corey Graves? I'm confused. Was that Corey Graves or was that Adam Rose?
Corey Graves is married with kids too.
Yeah, but one of the two of them had the sick child.
It's Rose.
Yeah, it was Rose. Okay. And that was tough on his family for him to be away. It was also tough on Corey Graves' family too. But Corey ended up getting a full-time contract as an announcer and moved his family down to Florida. Something Adam Rose wasn't ready to do.
Part of the business. When you sign up for it, you know what you're getting into. So
well, that was the whole thing originally with the guy that won. No, one of the guys that was eliminated from the last season of Tough Enough didn't want to move down right away because he didn't have the money.
You gotta be willing to go in full.
Yeah.
The whole way.
I forget the guy's name right now, and it kills me because it was the guy that everybody likes. All the fans
make
love
it
him.
Full attention. You gotta go full in.
Yeah, he now has a deal with NXT too, and I forget his name. I hope they do something with Mandy Rose because ever since that season of Tough Enough, I liked Mandy Rose from the beginning. I liked her a lot.
She doesn't actually like it, man.
Because number one, she could actually cut a promo.
We haven't heard her talk enough, so we don't know how good. We haven't heard her talk on TV yet. So the crowd is real fun.
Joey, I'm right in the middle of something.
Well, I can get going.
I'm back.
Yeah, I have to go in anyway. So.
Okay, well, we can do this again.
But we'll do a Royal Rumble, and San Antonio show this weekend, hopefully.
All right.
Preview.
All right, I will talk to you later, man.